Today we're going to take my socket drawer from this to this, and it's pretty easy. I'm going to take the drawer out of the toolbox and bring it over to the workbench where I can inventory what I've got. I've got 6 different components that need to be sorted out. First, standard and metric. I'd also like to separate 1/2 inch drive, 3/8, and 1/4 inch drives. All of that needs to fit on this 1/2 inch piece of plywood. First, we'll use the table saw to bring this down to the size that fits right inside the drawer. Then I'll attach these dividers to separate standard from metric. Wood glue and CA glue will be fine as these take no weight. After laying out where I want all my sockets to go, I'll come in with an ice pick and mark the center point of each one. In marking those holes, I wasn't too concerned about keeping them all in a straight line, so I'm going to come back and strike a perpendicular line and then adjust the position of those holes. Now for the deeper sockets, I need to bore out a little bit of material so that they'll sit lower. The drawer only has 2 7/8 inches of clearance, and I want them all to be standing upright. Now I can begin drilling the marathon of holes for little dowels. To size the dowels, I'll seat them all the way home in the hole and make a mark, and then I'll add that to the distance that it goes inside that socket. Then I'll back that off a little bit because I want them all to be sitting on the plywood and not floating on a peg. So we'll knock all those out on the bandsaw. Quickly sand off the pencil marks and the fuzzies, including both ends of all the dowels, and then we'll glue these guys home. And I'll go ahead and hit it with some spray lacquer for posterity, and then get started on the labels, which actually turned out to be a pretty dirty procedure. For the socket wrenches themselves, I'm going to use this piece of Kaizen foam from an old miter saw station. I'll just flip it over. For those of you that are not familiar with this process, you use an X-Acto knife to cut it to the size that you want to fit in whatever vessel it's going in. Then you lay out the tools however you like and use a long tipped marker if you have one, trace out around the tool. Then go back with an X-Acto knife and cut out around that shape. Kind of dig your finger in and split the layers and then pull out the guts. I like to take it a step further and heat up a piece of pipe and make little finger grabbing holes. Just makes it a little easier to pull that tool out. And then we'll just use double stick tape to put that in place. And then we're ready to reinsert the drawer and load this thing up. Ooh, you know it would be cool if I shut the drawer as I end the video. I'll even start to fade out. Oh, the 1/2 inch wrench hit the frame. That's okay, we'll just cut that part out and stick it back in there. I can't have one of them facing upright while the others are facing the other way. We'll finish that off. And here's that fade out. Thanks for watching, subscribe for more.